All right, agents, investors, my name is Dean Gazowski and I'm with 3D Property Solutions. Want to make a quick video and run through a real world scenario that I'm actually experiencing here and have experienced. So when you're a seasoned agent, you pay attention to what's going on in the market, and many of you have heard that the real estate market is on fire. Some crazy things are going on, and I want to talk to you a little bit about appreciation and how I've seen one particular neighborhood appreciate over the past year. So we're going to talk about Highland, Michigan today, which is in northwest Oakland County. All right, and this particular property, the subject property, is a waterfront walkout ranch. It's 1,500 square foot. It's got an attached garage, and it's kind of a standard run-of-the-mill property. Okay, so in 2020. The CMA, or the competitive market analysis, or what the property should have sold for last year, 2020, should have been $350,000. Now, 2021, an appraisal just came, an actual appraisal, a bank appraisal came through on that particular property for $528,000. Okay? I know better. It's not a $528,000, it's not a $500,000 home, but the bank thinks it is because of all the appreciation and all the way that the market is acting at the moment, appraisal guarantees, and the overall lack of inventory. Okay, so think of that. One of the things driving prices up right now is lack of inventory. Okay, over that 1 year period, we had $178,000 worth of perceived appreciation. Now, we won't know what's actual appreciation until the property actually sells. However, $178,000 over a 1 year period, I think that's 34%, but I'm no mathematician and the calculator can play tricks on me sometimes. But think about that, $178,000. Now, one of the things that happened in 2006, 7, 8 is that we're experiencing some strong appreciation in the market, closer to 6 and 7, and folks were taking out equity lines of credit, home equity lines of credit, or HELOCs as they're called. So there's an equity line opportunity, and what the folks that were not financially educated did, or just didn't know any different, they're like, oh man, I can consolidate my debt. I remember that vividly. The folks were, the banks were advertising, consolidate all your debt. So number one, we know we got debt, so take it all, put it into one lump payment, leverage it against your house. Then what happened was the market corrected. It crashed, people stopped making their payments. They're like, no way am I gonna make good on my word for what I signed on the dotted line for, and I'm going to give the house away, which then caused, there's so much of that going on. I mean, that's the history lesson. Let's not get too far into it. But right now, there's an opportunity for those of you that have a firm, solid game plan. You can take your equity lines of credit. You can go get one through a bank. Not every bank does it. If you need input on somebody that does, you can contact us directly, and I can help put you, in contact with some of these folks. But equity line opportunities. If you're an investor, if you have something that you can put that amount in, $178,000, you can go and be your own bank, so to speak. Purchase an investment property, something that's already cash flowing. I'm taking back to my initial duplex purchase back in 2011. All right, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I understood that if a property is cash flowing, it means it's putting money into your pocket. So you take a look at what a mortgage would be on that particular property, and then you weigh it against the income that the property produces, and the numbers made sense. So we made that purchase. Okay, similar opportunities are at hand. Interest rates are low. You can take that equity line, if you can get one, and then wrap it into another property, but treat it appropriately. Okay, don't spend on the depreciating items. Okay, Don't spend on a new motorcycle because you're like, oh man, I got all this money burning a hole in my pocket. Focus on income producing assets, and that's what's going to help you generate a little bit of wealth. So the next video that I'm going to go ahead and talk about is the foreclosure moratorium, and that one will touch on how you can make some of that opportunity, or that the equity line opportunity, work for you, and you can parlay this into something next. So my name is Dean Gazowski. If you have questions, you can send me a direct message or reach me online at dean@dddhomebuyers.com, or my direct office line is 248-940-1224. We'll talk to you soon.